A real man does not tolerate disrespect. A real man does not look the other way when boundaries are crossed. He does not let things slide that weak men allow because he refuses to live beneath his own standards. When it comes to dealing with a woman, he does not settle for the bare minimum. He does not allow her to speak to him any type of way. He does not let her lean on the bad habits that weaker men have overlooked simply because they were too afraid to challenge her. She might be used to getting her way. She might believe that her attitude, her entitlement, or her manipulation will wear a man down. She might think that just like all the others before him, he will eventually let things pass. But not him. Not the man who knows his worth. Not the man who has walked this road before, felt the sting of compromising his standards, and vowed to never feel that way again. He has learned, he has evolved, and he will never back down again. In today's world, boundaries and standards are nothing more than buzzwords. People talk about them, but few actually respect them, especially when it comes to men. It's almost as if we aren't allowed to have them. As if our limits, our feelings, our self-respect are secondary to everything else. Society expects men to be providers, protectors, leaders. But the moment a man stands up and says, "No, I will not accept less than what I deserve," suddenly, he's the problem. Let me tell you something. You are not being sassy for demanding respect. You are not being unreasonable for setting standards. You are not weak for choosing to walk away from disrespect. You are being a man, a real man, and any woman who truly values you will recognize that. You see, the problem is, weak men have conditioned too many women to believe they can do whatever they want without consequences. They think they can get away with disrespect, bad behavior, and entitlement because the spineless worms before you let them. These men never checked them, never enforced boundaries, never demanded better. And now, these women believe they can carry that same nonsense into every relationship. Not with you. A man who does not enforce his standards is already failing. The second you start tolerating disrespect, you have already lost. The moment you let things slide, she knows she owns you. Women test men constantly, not because they want to destroy you, but because they need to know you are worthy. And if you fail that test, if you buckle under her attitude, accept her lack of effort, and tolerate her nonsense, she may stay with you for a while, but deep down, she has already lost respect for you. And once a woman loses respect, the attraction dies next. The men who stay in these situations, who bend over backward, who let their woman walk all over them, they are pathetic, weak, spineless, the type of men who exist as placeholders until she finds someone better. And the worst part, they do it to themselves. Stand up, speak up, walk away if necessary. A man who allows himself to be treated like garbage is no man at all. He's a doormat, a joke, a walking embarrassment. You are not her lapdog. You are not her safety net. You are a man of value, and if she cannot see that, then she does not deserve to be in your presence. A real man understands that his value comes from his strength, his ability to lead, his unwavering self-respect. A weak man grovels for validation, desperate for a woman's approval, terrified to lose her. He prioritizes her emotions over his own dignity, clings to her despite her disrespect, and in doing so, loses himself completely. Women despise weak men. They tolerate them for convenience, but they never admire them, never feel passion for them, never truly respect them. Because deep down, women need a man who can enforce standards, who can demand excellence, who refuses to accept mediocrity. There is a reason why the men who get the most respect, the most desire, the most devotion, are not the ones who beg for love. They are the ones who command it. They don't settle. They don't chase. They create a life so powerful, so compelling, that a woman either steps up or gets left behind. And listen, some women will hate this. They will call it controlling, toxic, unfair. But those are the same women who demand everything from a man while offering nothing in return. They expect your protection, your resources, your leadership. But the moment you ask for basic respect, they want to throw a tantrum. These women are parasites, leeches who take and take, never giving anything of value in return. A man with standards does not tolerate parasites. A man with self-respect does not entertain the company of useless, entitled women who believe their presence alone is a gift. If you are a man listening to this, it is time to wake up. You set the tone in your relationships. You decide what is acceptable and what is not. You dictate the terms of engagement. And if you let a woman or anyone else step on you, that is on you. A man who refuses to set boundaries is a man who has already lost his power. He is not leading. He is surviving, hoping that by being agreeable and non-threatening, he will be rewarded with approval. But approval is not respect. You do not earn respect by shrinking. You do not command desire by groveling. You do not secure loyalty by being weak. Stop chasing women who bring nothing but headaches. Stop tolerating behavior that weak men allow. Stop bending over backward for people who do not respect you. Be the kind of man that cannot be ignored. Be the kind of man that commands a room, that walks with certainty, that sets the standard and never wavers. Women will either rise to meet your expectations or reveal their unworthiness by walking away. Either way, you win. Stand firm on your truth. Protect your peace. Honor your boundaries. And never, never apologize for demanding the respect that you give so freely.